Southeast Asia. We don't know how old they get. Hey, that's my leg. How old they get, when they breed, how much young they have. So yeah, so there's still a lot of interesting information to find out. The way that they hunt their food, if you've ever seen documentaries where dolphins will actually herd fish to the shallows, these guys will do the same thing, where they actually bring the fish up and then use this big disc here to actually, like a suction cup. So they'll actually come over and then use their mouth, and it's kind of like a vacuum cleaner. So suction cup, vacuum cleaner, and then they've got tiny teeth, which are like crushing plates. Knew that was going to happen. We've got a bit of a hierarchy here, so they usually take turns, but if one usually gets impatient, then they let the other one know. But also they've got those tiny teeth, so tiny crushing plates, and their teeth are kind of like hundreds and thousands. So also you'll notice that there's two holes on either side. They kind of look like ears, but they're not. They're actually spiracles. So they actually act like an internal filter. Now, what we're going to do though, but before we do, I'll just let you know all these whiprays still do have their barbs. Now you might think I'm pretty crazy walking around in here because all of them still have their barbs, but the reason I feel very safe is because they only use them if they need to. Basically, it takes so long for that barb to regrow, they only use them if they think they're in imminent danger of death, or if they feel threatened. So the reason for that is because it does take so long to grow back. So this is what the barb looks like. So that could take maybe around 2 months, maybe even 8 months, depending on how much they're eating and how fast they're growing. So that whole time, they're going to be defenceless against predators like crocodiles and bull sharks that are in those waterways as well. But very simple method of first aid if you do ever get bugged by a whipray, a stingray, or even a stonefish. Does anyone know what that first aid is? Any guesses?
Warm water.
Yeah, warm water, hot water is better. So that's my first aid kit just there, and it's full of hot water. So you basically pour that hot water over the site, anywhere or where it's been barbed, and it'll eliminate the protein that's in that toxin, and it'll take away the pain. What we're going to do now though, guys, this is a formal part of the presentation is pretty much over. So you've got a few options now. One, to come and feed the whiprays. I can have up to 7 people above the age of 14. So if you do want to do that, head over to Jessica there in the red hat, and she'll bring